Hey guys, it's me again, Scott with DraGonFly Ventures, bringing you another great weekly video book adventure series episode for your enjoyment. Sit back and relax, my friends, and don't forget your popcorn, and let's get ready for the show. DraGonFly Ventures giving those a big shout out to who visited our stores and checked out our promotional material to help us continue to bring you enjoyable, ongoing content. Again, we sincerely appreciate every one of you. We strive to bring you interesting, adventurous, and educational content weekly, so stay tuned and please subscribe, like, and hit the bell button for future videos. Be blessed, everyone. Thanks for watching. Ever wondered how you could survive in the wilderness with just a few basic tools? Well, that's where survival skills and bushcraft come into play. These skills are not just for the rugged outdoor types or the adventurous souls among us. They're for anyone who appreciates the great outdoors and wants to be prepared for any situation. Over the course of this video, we'll be diving into some of the most essential survival techniques. We'll learn the craft of building a sturdy shelter, the art of starting a fire without matches or a lighter, and the science behind finding and preparing food in the wilderness. And yes, we'll even share a few tasty camping recipes for you to try on your next adventure. These skills are more than just a safety net, they're a testament to human resourcefulness and resilience. So, are you ready to learn some essential survival skills? Let's dive in. First on our survival skills checklist is how to build a shelter. Now let's dive into why a shelter is essential in a survival situation. A well-constructed shelter can shield you from harsh weather conditions, keep you warm, and safeguard you from wildlife. It's also your personal space to rest and rejuvenate in the wild. Choosing the right location for your shelter is crucial. Look for a spot that's flat, dry, and close to resources like water and firewood, but away from hazards like falling rocks or insect nests. Let's talk about building a simple lean-to shelter using natural materials. Start by finding two trees close together. Lean a sturdy branch between them to serve as your ridgepole. Then, lean smaller branches against the ridgepole to create a sloping roof. Cover this frame with leaves and grass for insulation and water resistance. Remember, a well-built shelter can protect you from the elements and wildlife and provide you a much-needed rest. Fire is a survivalist's best friend. But do you know how to start one without a lighter or matches? In survival situations, fire is more than just a source of warmth. It's your key to cooking food, purifying water, signaling for help, and even keeping critters at bay. So, how do you spark a flame when your trusty lighter is nowhere to be found? There are a few ways, and they all require a bit of elbow grease. First, there's the flint and steel method. This involves striking a piece of steel against a flint rock, producing sparks that can ignite your tinder. If you don't have these materials, don't worry, you can always go old school with a fire bow. This method involves rapidly spinning a stick against a piece of wood until the friction generates enough heat to start a fire. Mastering fire starting can mean the difference between survival and disaster, so practice these methods until you can do them in your sleep. Without a supermarket in sight, where would you get your next meal in the wilderness? Finding and preparing food in the wild can be a daunting task, but with the right knowledge, it becomes a thrilling part of the survival experience. The wilderness is a pantry filled with a variety of food sources if you know where and how to look. Let's start with plants. Foraging is an essential skill that can provide a significant portion of your diet. Look for common edible plants, such as dandelions, nettles, and wild garlic. But remember, not all plants are friendly. Some can be harmful or even deadly if consumed, so it's crucial to accurately identify them before eating. Carry a field guide or study local flora before heading out. Insects may not be your first choice for a meal, but they are a rich source of protein. Ants, grubs, and beetles can be found under rocks, in trees, or in the soil. Before you chow down, make sure to cook them thoroughly to kill any potential parasites. Fishing is another valuable skill that can yield a high-protein meal. With a simple handmade spear or a makeshift rod, you can catch fish from rivers, lakes, or streams. Patience is key here, but the reward is well worth the wait. Now let's talk about preparing your meal. If you've managed to catch a fish, you can prepare it over an open fire. Gut the fish, skewer it on a stick, and roast it slowly. If you've foraged some wild garlic, it makes for a perfect seasoning. A simple camping recipe for insects is to roast them on a flat rock heated by your fire. They are ready when they're crispy. Pair them with some foraged berries for a sweet and savory snack. And there you have it. From plants to insects to fish, the wilderness holds an abundance of food, if you know how to find and prepare it. With these skills and recipes, you won't go hungry in the wild. Remember, survival is about using what's available to you. Surviving in the wilderness is no easy task, but with these skills, you're one step closer to becoming a true survivalist. Let's quickly recap what we've covered today. We began our journey with the basics of building a shelter, your home away from home, a refuge against the elements. We then sparked into the art of fire starting, a skill that not only warms you up, but also cooks your food and signals your location. Speaking of food, we delved into the art of foraging, teaching you how to identify and collect nature's bounty. But finding food is just the first step. We also shared some mouth-watering campfire recipes to make your wilderness feasts truly memorable. These skills are your passport to a safer and more enjoyable wilderness experience. But remember, reading about these skills isn't enough. You need to practice them, test them, and make them your own. So the next time you venture into the wilderness, remember these survival skills, and don't forget, practice makes perfect. Okay guys, this is Scott signing off till next week. See you in the next video, my friends. Stay safe and keep exploring.